Hey guys, this is Jeff from UnleashThePhones.com, and here's a quick video review of the much anticipated Samsung Galaxy S3, probably the most anticipated Android phone of the year. Samsung's Galaxy line of devices have been pretty popular in the Android scene. The Galaxy S3 itself has, as you can see, has a slightly different rounder, curvier shape compared to the Galaxy S and the Galaxy S2 before it. It's a design that's pretty okay, I guess. You might love or hate it depending on what you want in a phone. It does feel quite nice in the hand though, and it is easier to hold than the One X because of the curves. It is the same size as the HTC One X though, so not really that big of a deal, although the screen on this is 4.8 versus the screen on this, which is 4.7. So I was quite interested in testing this out because I know a lot of people do love the Galaxy line of devices, and this is definitely a very nice update. You have a 4.8-inch screen at the front, around 720 by 1280 pixels. Quite nice looking. Saturated colors a little bit. I'm not sure if I like it, but you can change this in the options. Thankfully, in the display options, you can tweak the screen mode right there. Now, I usually do like dynamic colors, but in this case the colors are a little too saturated for me, as you can see by the changing colors here. That's why the natural colors here do look nice, but they are quite different. So I'm just going to quickly put this on standard just to show you guys what I was talking about. Moving on, it's a pen tile display, even though it is an HD Super AMOLED screen. It's a pen tile matrix display, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more, but some of you might be able to tell that there are slight roughness in the icons around the screen. Thankfully, the resolution is so high that I don't think you'll actually notice it that much, but I know that there are some people out there that just do not like pen tile screens, and this might be a factor for some of them. Apart from that, you have Android ICS on board, Android 4.0. Quite nice with Samsung's Touchwiz Ui all over the place. They have modified quite a lot of stuff in the menu and around the UI. Even the notification bar, you'll see, has this auto-scrolling bar at the top. Quite nice. I kind of like the additions that they made. I don't really like the design by nature UI of the phone, but you can change that quite nicely. Just to show you one quirky thing, for example, the lock screen has this water effect that I guess looks cool, but there's no way to turn that that sound off, which can be quite annoying. Just to quickly show you a little bit of the device around it, you have a standard volume rocker switch right there. At the bottom you have a standard micro USB port, and at this side you have the power button and the screen lock button. Works pretty well, no complaints as such. And at the top you have the standard 3.5mm audio jack. At the back you have an 8 megapixel camera with a single LED flash and the speaker grill right there. The material at the back is a kind of glossy hyperglazed plastic that Samsung has used. There were rumors that they would go with a ceramic coating, but this is just a normal glossy plastic. No premium materials anywhere in this phone, unfortunately, but it does mean it's quite light compared to most other devices. Just to quickly show you a little bit about the back cover. As you can see, it's very flimsy and bendy, but arguably less bendy than the last cover, which was a nightmare to get off and on. So it uses a standard micro SIM card, and there's a space for a SD card as well. The battery actually works pretty well. It's probably the most powerful battery in the quad-core processor range right now. It lasts easily a day of moderate usage, which is a lot more than I can say for my HTC One X. Alright, so coming back to the UI, there are some very cool little things here, like S-Wise, which is what everyone's talking about. S-Wise is something that I found as useful or useless as Siri on the iPhone 4. I'm just gonna give you a quick test of it right now. What's the weather right now? Taking a little bit of time there. Usually it's faster than this, but...
Here is the weather from New Delhi. Delhi.
Remind me to pick up milk tomorrow morning.
Okay, should I save this task?
No. No.
Okay, speak your change. Save or cancel.
Cancel.
Okay.
Hey Galaxy. Set an alarm for tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Alright, I'll save the 22 alarm for you now.
Cancel my alarm for tomorrow.
I see, so I should delete this alarm for you.
Yes. As you can see, SOS works pretty well, as well or as bad as Siri. I would say it actually works a little bit better, but it is a little bit slower than Siri. Arguably, Google Now voice search is a lot faster, so I can't wait to get that. In the meanwhile, though, this is pretty cool. It does help with, well, basically however you would use Siri on the iPhone. Another feature that everyone's talking about is Smart Stay, which basically keeps the screen on while your face is watching the screen. There's a little icon right there that you might have seen pop up once in a while that actually keeps the screen switched on. Does a pretty okay job, I guess. I don't know how useful that would be, but it has come in okay for me, so you don't have to keep on touching the screen, just keep it switched on. Coming to messaging, the on-screen keyboard is actually quite nice. It's quite large, as you can see. It's very easy to type to. One thing that's worth noting though is that in landscape mode it seems a little bit too large, if it will move. Wait, let me just try that again. Alright, so it's a little bit too large in landscape mode, but it can still be used. It's just a little uncomfortable. Alright, so coming to the rest of the phone, you have a quad-core processor powering everything, so it does work quite fast and quite nice. I actually found no lag anywhere. Even in the web browser, which uses a stock Android browser, it's quite fast to scroll around and zoom in and zoom out and stuff like that. It's actually quite faster, quite a lot faster than my HTC One X, which is shocking because they're almost the same specs. But like I said, there's no lag in the UI, and even with the light screen on, definitely like it quite a lot. Coming to the camera, you basically have the same camera results as the Galaxy S2. This is the UI, simplistic enough, with a little bit of settings at the side over there. You can take video in up to 1080p HD. Works very well, looks quite nice on the screen. Camera results are pretty good. They do look quite nice on the screen when you play them. One thing I don't like though is that it pulls in basically all your albums from everywhere, and you can only switch to show the content in device or the content in Facebook. The video itself looks quite nice thanks to all the saturated colors and everything. And there's also this very cool feature called pop-up play, where you can play a video no matter what you're doing on the screen, and move it around too. So yeah, definitely some very cool little features on this phone. I definitely like the pop-up play. I don't know how useful that would be though, and the camera is also not too bad either. So yeah, definitely like most things about the phone. I even do like that there's a hardware key, hardware home key over here instead of a soft key. It really gives you a really nice, reassuring feel. There's the usual capacitor touch Android back buttons and a menu edit button right there, and you can double tap this to start up S-Voice, or you can press and hold this to go to the multitasking view. In the multitasking view, you can basically close whatever you want just by swiping on it. Apart from all that, there is very nice call quality, and the front-facing camera also does a pretty good job during front-facing video calls. There's a proximity sensor also right there, and the earpiece is quite nice. There's a noise cancelling mic at the top and a normal microphone at the bottom, so you can really hear people very well, and they can hear you pretty well as well. So yeah, at the end of the day, quite a nice phone. I wasn't expecting to be this impressed by the Galaxy S3, but I actually was. It's probably the best package that you can get on Android right now, because the S-Voice and Smart Stay and pop-up play and even the Samsung S-Beam NFC things and All Share all seem to be very cool little functionality that's thrown in thanks to Samsung's Touchwiz Ui. Definitely worth checking out, and I do like the minor things they've done with Touchwiz Ui. I'm still not a big fan of Touchwiz. It's not my favorite UI on Android. That would be HTC Sense, but this isn't too bad either. But yeah, quite impressed. You know what? Check out our full review on unleashthephones.com for a better idea. I've gone into a lot of details right there. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below.